What's up guys, it's Matt from TDM Style here. Welcome back to the channel for another video, and this weekend we're having a look at Tiege Hanley skincare. Now, before we get into this video, I gotta be honest with you guys, this is not a video that I really planned on doing. So as I'm sure all of you are aware, this is one of the brands of products from Aaron Marino over at Alpha M. And to be fair, I do get requests pretty often to review not only Tiege, but also his Pete and Pedro line of hair products. And, you know, it's something that I've avoided doing because, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like his content. I just don't. I'm not a fan, and that's not meant to be a dig at Aaron. I'm sure if I ever met him in person, he's probably a really nice guy. And he's certainly, I mean, obviously he's a very successful businessman, and he's like Mr. Marketing, because I see ads for Tiege everywhere. I mean, it's always coming up in my YouTube recommended. It like plays, like video playing ads, commercials, whatever, before and after other videos and stuff. I mean, I am constantly seeing ads for it. So clearly his marketing is very successful. But I don't like his content. I don't like that, like his persona in his content. So that's kind of turned me off from wanting to like buy his products and try them. So Tiege reached out to me a while ago. This was probably 2 months ago now. And they said, hey, we want to send you our skincare. We can give you a discount code for your subscribers. We can give you an affiliate link and the whole 9 yards. And I turned it down. I turned it down at first. I said, you know, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it, but I will politely decline because I'm just not interested right now. And they came back and they were super nice. They were like, listen, that's totally cool. We completely understand. But we still would like to send you our products, absolutely no strings attached, because we think that you will like them. So, you know, as a brand, I think that was really smart, and that's really good, like PR and good customer service, because to me that says that they actually believe in their products. Like they're saying, we think you're gonna like them, so we want to send them to you anyway, even though you're not planning on doing a review for us. And yeah, so they sent me the products, and I used them for about 4 weeks, a little over 4 weeks, to the point where like I'm basically running out of stuff, and I needed to save like that little bit that was left for the demo footage here today. That was a loud ass bird. So I got these products in the mail and I said, you know what, who knows, these might be really good. And obviously, you know, we're looking at the products here. The person behind them doesn't matter. It's just about what's inside these things and whether or not they work well. So there's that. You know, this is not a sponsored video. I don't have affiliate stuff or anything. So you know, you about to get the truth, or shall we say the honesty. Okay, so here we go. Tiege Hanley, uncomplicated skincare for men. Essentially, this is like they're trying to be like a one-stop shop for all your skincare, so they sell things in systems, and they have different price levels that have different amounts of stuff in them. So for instance, their like level 1 system is a wash, a scrub, and an AM and PM moisturizer. The level 2 system is all of that stuff, plus a serum for combating like fine lines and stuff. And the level 3 system is all of that stuff, plus an under eye cream for, you know, dark circles, puffiness, the usual. They do also have some other sets that include like an acne wash if you are fighting acne. And so the system that they sent me is their level 3 of the regular skincare one. So as far as packaging and pricing and all that, this one includes their daily face wash, which comes in this 2.5 ounce tube, an exfoliating scrub in this 3/4 of an ounce tube, 3/4 ounce tubes of both their AM and PM moisturizer, 1/2 ounce of their super serum, and 1/2 ounce of their eye cream. And this level 3 set comes in at $45. And, you know, as far as the packaging and branding, I think it looks fine. You know, it's definitely very masculine, it's clean, and on the back of each item, as well as in the box that they all come in, it comes with a card of instructions, so they tell you like exactly how to use each product. As far as the scents on everything, they are pretty lightly scented. The wash, okay, it's kind of a lime, light citrusy scent. Yeah, the scrub, I don't think it really smells like anything, and the moisturizers, I think, are the same scent as the wash, so kind of like a light citrusy lime type of thing going on in there. And the serum and the eye cream are basically unscented. So, you know, I personally, I like unscented or very lightly scented skincare because I do have sensitive skin. So, you know, while the scent doesn't fuck me up, it doesn't bother me that there isn't much of one in there because, yeah, sometimes scents can be really irritating to certain people's skin. So I think having a very light scent or unscented makes sense for skincare. Scent makes sense. That was so many in that sentence. So in an effort to kind of save a little time on this video, basically the whole routine that you are meant to follow with this system is to use almost everything once in the morning and once before bed, except for the scrub, which is meant to be used 2 times a week on non-consecutive days. Now, the difference between the AM and the PM moisturizer, the AM one is much lighter and it also has 20 SPF in it, and the PM one is just like thicker, it's a little heavier, and you know, so I guess it's meant to be a little more hydrating for overnight while you're asleep and don't really care how heavy your moisturizer is. And yeah, I mean, you don't really need the SPF in there since you're not usually sleeping in the sun. So how does everything work? Well, the face wash, yeah, it's pretty standard. It's nice, you know, it cleanses my skin pretty well without making it feel too dry. The scrub, I definitely do, I agree that you want to use this, you know, once, maybe twice a week, non-consecutive days, because it is an exfoliating scrub and, you know, you don't want to exfoliate too much because then that can irritate your skin and end up with like redness or sensitivity and that sort of thing. I do like, this has like a lot of menthol in it, so it's very kind of minty, cooling on your skin. So just something, if you don't like that sensation, you might not like this scrub. Now, the serum, yeah, basically you use like 1 pump of this stuff for your whole face and neck area, and it's meant to be kind of like tightening for the skin to help fight those fine lines and stuff that happens when you start getting older like me. I didn't really see any results with this. I've used a few other serums from other brands in the past, and in my previous experiences, normally you can feel these working like immediately when you apply it, like especially if you're putting a little bit under the eyes or whatever, like you can feel it tightening the skin. I didn't get that with this, and you know, I've been using this stuff for over 4 weeks and I didn't really see any much of a difference. I mean, so I'm gonna keep throwing up this image here throughout the video of, you know, the day 0 basically when I first started using it, and then the very last day when I finished using it. So, you know, as far as like tightening my skin and reducing fine lines, I didn't really see that much happening there. I didn't really feel that much happening either. Now, as far as the under eye cream, I was really interested to check this one out because I love a good under eye cream because I have dark circles, bitch. Which are partially genetic for me, but also partially due to, you know, seasonal allergies. There's like histamine release can cause dark circles and that sort of thing. Now, one thing I will say, in their directions, they tell you to use 1 full pump of this, and for me, that was like way too fucking much eye cream. I mean, because 1 pump was just a lot, so I was like slathering it on, and honestly, when I did that, this has like caffeine in it and some other things, which is typical of under eye creams. I don't know what it was in that formula, but if I used like even a little bit more than what was enough for me, it made my under eyelids feel like hot and kind of burny. So that was unpleasant. So I definitely recommend, if you're gonna be using this stuff, I mean, teeny tiny little droplet that you know, mush, mix, whatever, put, you know, between your 2 fingers and then for both the eyes. And then finally, you're gonna finish with your moisturizer, AM or PM, depending, and you know, so I like the AM moisturizer. It's nice and light, it absorbs into the skin quickly. I like that it has SPF in it. I mean, that's important, especially these days because we have no fucking ozone. Yeah, so, you know, you do wanna make sure you protect your skin from the sun. So I did like this one, it seemed to work quite nicely. The PM one was I mean, it was fine. Like it's heavier, and it wasn't heavy to the point that it felt oily or anything, but I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think you really need this. Like the AM one, to me, is fine for both times. Like just have 1 moisturizer, just make it a bigger tube, you know, and stick with that. I don't, like, I get the idea I get the idea having a separate AM and PM moisturizer, but you know, there's that whole argument, like, was it really uncomplicated? I don't know. I think it would be easier for a lot of people to just have one moisturizer that they use and not have to worry about which one they have to grab or whatever. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, personally, I like the AM one, wasn't so nuts about the PM one. So, overall thoughts, I have way too many products to try to juggle these. On the Tiege Hanley skincare, it's okay. It's okay. I've seen, you know, plenty of like really stellar reviews out there, and it seems to work quite well for a lot of people. For me, it worked fine. I mean, you know, again, I'll put up this kind of before and after picture here. I mean, it definitely kind of kept my skin at an even keel, I suppose. So it's not like it made me break out, or it's not like it, you know, had any kind of polarizing effect in one direction or the other. I will say though, I'm really disappointed in the serum and the eye cream. I don't think they really had any effect. I mean, like my dark circles, I've used other eye creams that actually have had a pretty noticeable effect on my dark circles, and this one I don't think really did anything except make my eyelids feel kind of burny, which was weird. As I mentioned before, with the serum, I didn't really feel it like tightening the skin, so that for me just didn't really seem to do anything. Now, I mean, I know like on their website it says, you know, most guys see results in 3 to 6 weeks. I used these for about 4. I couldn't really use them for any longer because I was running out of stuff. You know, and I get like some stuff just takes a while to really kick in, but like, to be honest, you know, I've used some like eye creams and serums like from Kiehl's that were, I mean, they were more expensive for sure. Like I just bought a new eye cream the other day that was literally $40 fucking for like half an ounce. But I see results with that within like a week. So, you know, it depends on what you really want, I guess. But yeah, the wash was fine. You know, I have sensitive skin, and this was nice and easy for me, not too drying or anything. The scrub I actually quite liked. It is a nice level of exfoliating where it's not like too rough, but it's not too light either. And I personally like the menthol thing with that kind of cooling effect. But I can see where that might be, you know, a bit of a you like it or you don't type of thing. Yeah, and as I said with the moisturizers, like the AM one, I don't think the PM one is really necessary. And as far as the pricing, I mean, $45 for this entire set, and essentially it lasted me about a month. So you're looking at, you know, more or less $45 a month if you want to keep up on this. And I think the lower levels are really like the one that's just the wash, the scrub, and the 2 moisturizers was like $25. So I do think the pricing is very reasonable for what you get. But yeah, just be aware that with the sizes, it's essentially going to be like a monthly thing. So yeah, is it the greatest skincare I've ever used? No, not at all. But is it fine? Yeah. And, you know, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I do really appreciate that the company like stands behind their products and they do believe in them. And they were super, super nice to deal with, so that's always a plus in my book. But, you know, so would I recommend these products? Not really, to be honest with you. Like I said, they're fine. They're nothing stellar in my opinion, and, you know, I've just personally had better experiences with other brands that I would recommend instead. So that wraps things up for this review, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Please do stay tuned. I've got so much content coming your way, so if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with everything. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching, and we'll see you at the next one.